There's a job in the United States where you can earn up to $80,000 a year, but very few people are willing to do it. This job begins after the police and investigators leave the scene. The people who do this work are called crime scene cleaners. Their mission is to disinfect, handle hazardous materials, and restore the space so people can live in it again. It's a job that requires courage, skill, and an incredibly strong mindset. Not everyone can do it. Not just because the work is physically demanding, but also because the places they step into are often connected to some of the most tragic stories in people's lives. So the question is, who chooses to do this unusual job? And why does society need them? Crime scene cleaning is a profession within the field of biohazard remediation, which involves handling environments that contain biological hazards. Their main responsibility is to clean and disinfect locations where serious incidents have occurred. This job is not about investigating crimes. And it's not the work of the police. It begins only after the investigation process has been completed. At that point, the scene must be fully decontaminated to ensure it is safe for others. People in this profession must use specialized chemicals and full-body protective equipment. Every step of the process has to follow strict biohazard safety regulations. They are also responsible for handling and transporting hazardous waste to licensed disposal facilities. In addition, they must remove odors and restore the space. When the job is finished, the room must be safe again, just like any normal living space. In the United States, the number of people working in this field is relatively small. Only a few thousand technicians work for specialized companies. One reason this profession is not widely known is the privacy surrounding these incidents. Companies usually keep information confidential out of respect for the victims' families. Because of that, even though this profession has existed for many years, many people have never heard of it. The income of crime scene cleaners in the United States can surprise many people. Those who are new to the field typically earn around $35,000 to $45,000 per year. Experienced technicians can make between $60,000 and $80,000 annually. Some people who run their own companies can even earn over $100,000 a year. But that money doesn't come easily. This is a job that requires strict biohazard safety training. Workers must learn how to handle risks related to pathogens and hazardous environments. They also have to follow very strict occupational safety regulations. In addition, the work rarely follows a fixed schedule. A call can come at any time of the day. Sometimes in the evening. Sometimes on weekends. Or even on holidays. But the biggest reason this profession exists is because society truly needs it. After an investigation ends, the places where incidents occurred still need to be handled professionally. The families involved should not have to deal with dangerous environments on their own. Professional teams ensure that the space is cleaned and disinfected safely. And perhaps most importantly, they help people close a difficult chapter in their lives. A typical day for a crime scene cleaner is rarely the same. Many technicians work on a 24/7 on-call schedule. Their day often begins with a call from the company. After that, they prepare their equipment and protective gear. A protective suit may include chemical-resistant clothing, gloves, a mask, and safety goggles. Before entering the scene, they must inspect all of their equipment. Everything has to work perfectly. Then the team begins the cleaning and decontamination process. The work can last for several hours. Sometimes even an entire day. They must work extremely carefully. Because even a small mistake could create serious danger. Once the cleaning is finished, they handle and package hazardous waste. It is then transported to a specialized disposal facility. Finally, they inspect the entire area again. Only when everything is completely safe is the job considered finished. Not everyone can stay in this profession for long. The job requires a very strong and stable mindset. Many people in this field previously worked in emergency response or the military. They are already familiar with handling difficult situations. Some people choose this profession because of the stable income. But many others choose it for a different reason. They believe their work helps families during some of the most difficult moments of their lives. However, the profession also has its darker sides. Psychological pressure can build up over time. Some workers in the field struggle with stress and burnout. That's why many companies now provide psychological support for their employees. They learn how to maintain emotional distance from the work, and how to balance their professional responsibilities with their personal lives. Crime scene cleaning is a very unique profession. But it is also a job that will likely exist for a long time. Because society will always need people to deal with the aftermath of serious incidents. Technology is gradually changing this industry. More advanced decontamination equipment is being developed. Robots and machines may be able to assist with certain parts of the work. But most of the tasks still require human involvement. Because every location is different. And every situation requires human judgment. In the future, the industry may become more professional and more technology-driven. But the role of human workers will remain essential. There are many jobs in the world that most of us rarely think about. Crime scene cleaning is one of them. They don't appear on the news. And they are rarely talked about. But when a serious incident happens, they are the ones who arrive last. Quietly doing their work. So that everything can return to normal again. And perhaps that is exactly why this profession exists. A difficult job. But an essential one.